You. And today, Governor Greg Abbott issued emergency declarations for 32 counties as Hurricane Hanna continues to slam South Texas. Abbott also addressed the ongoing pandemic and how the storm could potentially lead to increased spread of the coronavirus. Eyewitness News reporter Zach Briggs shows us what San Antonio is doing to help out.
Texas, already fighting the coronavirus pandemic, is now faced with a new challenge: Hurricane Hanna.
The most important thing I could say today is to issue a reminder to everybody in the state of Texas that just because a hurricane comes to the state does not mean that COVID-19 disappears.
Corpus Christi is one of many coronavirus hotspots across the Lone Star State, with health officials reporting over 8,000 new cases on Saturday. The Texas Division of Emergency Management is working with city governments to set up shelters and provide resources for evacuees. Here in San Antonio, the Freeman Coliseum has opened up as a reception center for those needing information about hotels. The facility, already outfitted for overflow hospital patients, is not operating as a shelter at this time.
So we spoke with the Vice President of the American Red Cross last night. They're providing hotel vouchers. If they run out of vouchers, we will contract for hotel rooms. But the idea is you come and check in at the Freeman Coliseum and then go to your hotel, not go to a shelter unless you have a medical need.
2 threats, 1 message.
We cannot allow this hurricane to lead to a more catastrophically deadly event by stoking additional spread of COVID-19 that could lead to fatalities.
Zach Briggs, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Thanks to Zach for that report.